Okay, all right. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Um, this is the third operator office hours. Um, nice to meet you all. In this one, I wanted to go over the dates for the mainnet spork. Just talk about a little changes that we have done for the node operations and how we onboard new nodes. And then I actually will turn it around and be asking you guys for feedback because we're kind of working on laying out new OKRs for the next cycle. And one thing I do wanted to funnel into those are just just like the pain points or the new things or features that you would like to have in terms of node operations and things that you would like to make your life easier. So let me just quickly go through a couple of slides that I have, and then I will use the rest of the time for like a Q&A feedback session. Oh, and before I do that, my name is Vishal Changrani. I am the product manager for Flow. I work mainly on the node operator side, and with me from the team there is Kshitij. Kshitij is also a product manager, and he's focused more on the governance side of things. All right. So for the mainnet spork, the date is Wednesday, 8th of November. Uh, I have written subject to change, but it's 99.9% certain that that's the date. We'll, as usual, start at 8 a.m. Pacific. The one thing to note here is this time the spork will be a little longer. It'll take us around 2 to 3 hours to do this one because we are rolling out a new feature called A-tree inlining, which is basically how the execution node stores state data. And the with this feature, there'll be like around 30 to 50% savings in the execution node memory usage. So it'll be a huge savings going forward as the state grows. But the flip side is that this means that you have to migrate the state from the old format to the new format. So that will take us quite some time. And currently, the estimate is around 2 to 3 hours. There will be no breaking changes. So all the API should work as is. FCLF, as the SDKs should work as is. Uh, yeah. Any questions on that? Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is we have this new GitHub repo, and this basically allows you. So we before this, whenever someone wanted to onboard a new node, we had like a type form that we asked them to fill in, and we used to like then go through all the form submissions and then onboard new. However, in the spirit of like transparency, we have created this new repo. And what this repo does is it lets you create issues to add new nodes. And once you have submitted an issue, the Flow governance working group basically goes through all these issues and then decides which new nodes to admit to the ecosystem. So yeah, I'll paste the link in the chat as well. So please use that if you want to run new nodes or uh, yeah, if you want to run new nodes. I'm also giving this out to any new node operators who haven't joined yet. That's about the onboarding. And the next thing is, yeah, about the feedback. So I wanted to ask you what are like the main pain points. I've kind of categorized. I have like two categories in my mind. One is like node operations, which is like how easy it is to run a node. What are like the main challenges? And then the other is communication, which is like, do you find any pain points in how we communicate about spokes, about node upgrades, about anything related to node operation that you would like to change? Please, yeah, please. This is an open forum. Please let me know. I'm taking notes, so I'll make sure that that gets actioned into the next OKR cycle in one way or the other. Yeah, so the floor is open. Please let me know if you have questions, feedback. anything around maybe like any quality of life improvements that we could do to help with node operations, maybe with rewards or uh, changes to how the spork is being done. And especially if you're running nodes for like other chains, I would love to hear like what are some of like the better things that you find in the other chain that perhaps we could do here.
Hi, it's Sam Bond from Foundry here.
Oh, hey, Sam.
So one thing that I'm just kind of curious on is the collection node still seems to be spiking in Go routines every so often, which causes a massive memory spike. We were told that that was being worked on, but I'm curious if you have a status on that.
I don't have a status, but let me ask the team on what's happening with that work. I know there was an issue that was created, so I can look it up on. Let me get back to you. I'll ask the engineers on where we are on that.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah. Anything else, folks, that you think uh, it's perhaps like high priority or something that we should look into? And we've been using like for the communication part, we've been using like status page, Discord, and the message forum post that we use. I hope like that's sufficient. Those channels are sufficient to kind of inform you about what's upcoming and any upgrades. All right. Yeah, there are a few people on. Cool. Thanks, Eric. There are a few people on Telegram as well, but we tend to prefer not to use Telegram a lot and just stick to Discord. Yeah. All right. Cool. I mean, if there's nothing else, then feel free to ping me on Discord if you remember of anything else later. Cool. Thanks, Sam. Okay, thanks, Wilson. You are amazing too, Wilson. Yeah, thanks. All right. Most welcome. Uh, that's a good question, Eric. Nothing come to my mind right now. I think we are good in a good shape right now. I feel like uh, we have the spokes under control, which is a good thing. Like there was a time where it used to take like hours and hours, and but now we have it under 1 hour, and you folks have been like responding really quickly after we finish the spoke, so that's amazing. Uh, One thing I would encourage you guys, if possible, is to like be more actively involved in the community and kind of give more feedback. That will help us more align more closely to kind of the goals and uh, sort of the vision of Flow. So any feedback that you would like, please don't hesitate to give it on Discord. Totally appreciate that. Okay, if there's nothing else, then I guess I'll end this call. But again, feel free to ping me or Kshitij on Discord, and we'll be more than happy to kind of take your feedback and kind of use it to figure out our next goals internally. All right, cool. Thank you, folks. Then thanks all for joining.
Thanks so much, Vishal.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Take care. Bye. Yes, yes. I'll share the recording. Bye-bye.